Hello everyone and welcome to Gaming FTL. My name is Josh and I'm here talking to Dan Pearce, creator of 10 Second Ninja. Hey, how's it going?
It's going good. It's the last day of the show today, so I'm a bit tired. But yeah, it's going good.
How's the whole of Rezzed been for you?
Really cool. People have walked past the stand and been like, oh, 10 Second Ninja, like, I know that game, it's cool. And I'm like, ah! This is the first time since launch that it's starting to click that the game is out and strangers own it who don't know who I am and I don't know who they are. So that's cool.
So for the strangers on the internet who may not know what 10 Second Ninja is, how would you describe it to them? 10 seconds?
Well, I can't do it in 10 seconds. I've tried, but no. 10 Second Ninja is a blisteringly fast action platform game in which you have 10 seconds to eliminate all of the Nazi robots from space in the level, and you are a ninja. At the end of each level, you get given a star rating. Depending on how well you've done, the more stars you get, the more levels you unlock. So it's like, it starts off just being about trying to finish the level, and that's about like perfecting the level and unlocking more levels and getting through the game that way.
So why ninjas and why Nazi robots?
So ninjas because it just felt right for the gameplay, because it was so fast, having that like, and because we knew we wanted to have enemies that you'd be targeting, just having that like quick click click click, jumping on things, it just felt right making it a ninja. And from that, making the enemies Nazi robots from space came from like, the internet's kind of polarizing, and like you do something kind of cool and it's like, oh my god, that's so ninja, and you do something like, I don't know, you twerk and suddenly you're worse than Hitler. So it's sort of like a good versus evil story with that kind of polarization, where Hitler's actually just kind of a whiny drama queen, and the ninja's just the most ridiculously cool thing ever.
Cool. So this is the first game that you've completed from start to finish and published and all of that cool stuff. How does that make you feel?
It feels good. It feels weird. Like, I'm quite proud of myself for finishing it, just because it did take a long time, and I didn't know how to code when I started either, so that was a long process. But yeah, it's been good. It's been a long thing to get done, but like, I know I can do it now, and that's really, really like affirming, I guess.
So yeah, you spent a lot of time thinking about game design, and you went to uni for it, but you dropped out, did you?
Yeah, I dropped out after a year. That course was... Yeah, I didn't get on with that at all. I was told that single players were going to die because the AI wasn't good enough. I had to explain to my lecturer what a HUD was, because he kept calling it an inventory. And yeah, I was just generally made to believe I didn't know how to make games. So I left, and now I do that.
So you make games because you don't know how to make games?
Exactly.
Brilliant. So what would you say to people who are maybe thinking about going to uni or anything, just making games in general? What would you say?
Right, so my uni experience wasn't great. I definitely wouldn't go so far to say, like, don't go to uni or anything like that. It's, some people do need it, some people, like, I already had quite a lot of links in the industry when I went there. I already had quite a big advantage, so it was a bit different for me. But I would say that if you go to uni or you don't go to uni, but you don't want to get into games, always be making stuff. Like, if you go to university, apart from like during exam season or whatever, like, it should always be your secondary. You should always be making stuff, going to events, showing stuff, and acting like a real game developer, because that's when you're going to learn the most stuff, when you're doing it for real and people aren't cutting you any slack because you're a student.
Pretend to be a game developer, because that's the only way.
Exactly.
Brilliant. So yeah, you're also making games with Jack Kit, who you've created a studio with. So how did that come about?
Jack was asking for advice on how to start a studio like 2 years ago, and I gave him some advice, and he took it on board, which is the first time in a while where I'd given someone advice and then actually listened to what I was saying. And we got to talking, and we realized that we actually had very similar design goals, and we wanted to do similar things. We were interested in the same things. So we tried working on a project together, which fell through, but it was enough to let us know that we knew we liked working together. We knew what sort of projects we wanted to continue making together, and yeah, it's been good ever since. We made Castle in the Sky at the end of last year, which has been nominated for a BAFTA, which was nice. And yeah, it was great. It was really nice working with him. I'm doing some more stuff with him now that 10 Second Ninja's out of the way as well.
All right, well, thank you for joining us. Is there anything you'd like to say before we finish off?
Yeah, if you want any more details on anything I'm working on, then follow me on Twitter at GameDesignDan, all one word, because that's where I do most of my announcements and things.
He tweets a lot.
Yes.
A lot.
Yeah, it's embarrassing.
Well, I'll let him embarrass himself on Twitter later. Thank you everyone for watching. Please do check out 10 Second Ninja and look out for more Rezzed reviews and gameplay previews in the future. Thank you everyone, and goodbye!